Hi everybody, welcome to Beyond the Lines. My name is Sarah, I'm the artist behind Pinselgeschichten, and today I'm gonna finish the Groom. No, I'm not gonna finish him off, I'm gonna finish the page, the Groom. I'm talking to you about, it's actually, this time I'm actually chatting more about how I do post-production when it comes to artwork, or what I want to accomplish with artwork, like in general, not necessarily talking too much about colors and such, a little bit when it comes to the tartan and the silver and such, like applications on the jacket. But yeah, it's more of a chatty video today, and next week I'm gonna move on to the next page. Thank God I'm less annoying this time around and less whiny than at the first part of the Groom. But I hope you enjoy anyways. Let's get started, guys. So let's get going, guys. I want to start with the jacket and the tartan of Jamie's this morning and give him a few light silver bits here where I can go over with gel pen later on. And I think for his jacket here I want to go with silver buttons. On the previous page I did take brown for wooden buttons on the jacket, but this time around I want to change things up a bit. Little light gray here. Oh, there's another button. There we go. And I could actually also go with all the other metal bits. So this one here and this one here. Let's go for a red. It says in the book, which I'm still referring to, that he has a dark red, and that's maybe almost too pink. A dark red, and this is too light. Let's go for the Tombow markers. Let's see if there's a color that I would prefer. It says in the book that it's a dark red. They're quite pinkish. Maybe layering things on top would be an option. So the 845 and 755. Where was I? Oh yeah, it says in the book that it's a dark red and black kind of patterned tartan, which I'm gonna color in. There's no dark red, it seems. It's in here. 755. Where are you? Probably you. Yep. So I want to go with what is described in the book and not go with a brown jacket this time. On the last page I colored the jacket brown. I don't want to go there this time round. I think I'll prefer a dark gray maybe for the jacket, but we'll see. Let's start with that tartan action again. Maybe I should take the other tip of the pen. Let's see. So I'm just going over the lines, and now since I've started with the brush tip, I have to finish with the brush tip. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. We've got quite the stormy weather today, and there's funny things happening on my patio. So I gotta make sure nothing falls over and destroys my property. But yeah, it's nice and cool today. You see, it's the first time this summer that I'm wearing a sweater, because it is cool enough. I love it. And it's like I promised or like I wanted in the last video, like I had mentioned, I would film the following day, which I'm doing. It's Wednesday morning, and I gotta move my vlogging camera because I'm recording this, and you might have seen it already. Because then you know when I'm actually filming this, because I'm not gonna tell. So yeah, I had mentioned in the last Beyond the Lines video that I would try to film the next morning and get a couple of videos under my belt and start rather early in the morning. And I can tell you now, I'm quite successful with that. It is 8:05 in the morning. I'm dressed. I had time to make myself human. I made myself a tea, checked the news, and took my medication and set up for filming. So then you might have an inkling when I got up this morning. So quite early, ready for the day, hopefully being able to film 3 videos. That's what I'm aiming for. All of them being for Beyond the Lines. So we're gonna spend the day together, guys. I mean, for you it's a couple of weeks, but for me it's actually a day only. Okay, enough for the vlogging. Can quickly save some battery. There we go. All right, back to coloring. So yeah, we're gonna spend the day together, I guess, because I'm only filming for this format, and if I'm able to have 3 videos filmed today, I'm for one making a lot of progress to get my November plans in order and possible to happen, which is awesome. I think I'm at end of September now, if I remember correctly, from yesterday when I edited the video, the last one. So the previous, the Groom part 1. I put it into my calendar, and I think it was the 24th of September. So we should be the 30th, last day of September with this one, if I remember correctly. And yeah, that means I'm doing good. I only have to record October and November for this format and some other formats for me to have some time off at the end of the year. We'll see. If I can manage. So I'm gonna take the Faber-Castell Pit Brush Pen in black now. Just gonna fill in the rest of the tartan. Depending on how far I get in this video, there might be a time lapse of what's it called? Of the bricks, me shading those bricks in the end. We'll see. I could actually maybe also have a time lapse here for that tartan, because this is again quite hideous and quite repetitive. I'm not sure what to do. We'll see. I mean, for as long as I keep talking. Why am I painting over my red lines? That is not how it's supposed to go. I think for as long as I keep chatting while I'm coloring black rectangles and other shapes, as I'm just realizing again and again, it's maybe not too boring, only if I realize I'm getting really quiet and quite repetitive with my work here. I might switch into time lapse for a minute or two to get stuff just done. I'm still whining about this page. I'm less annoyed than yesterday in the evening. Like I said, it was my second video to film, and after such a pretty page, having to deal with my least favorite one, yeah, not that clever. Maybe I should have not filmed yesterday, like for this page here. But I desperately wanted to get 2 videos down, and I didn't see the point in procrastinating and not coloring in this page. But yesterday, while I was editing and chatting with Sebastian about this page, and also with my future father-in-law, who's quite interested in painting as well, they both agreed that this page looks rather weird and not very harmonic when it comes to the line work. So I sent them a picture from before I started and how far I got and stuff, and they agreed, both of them, that something's up with this page. So it's just not only my weird brain trying to see patterns that are not in this page because, well, yeah, line work. So I'm looking maybe for a little more realism in the line work, and it's just not there. So I calmed down, or was less frustrated with myself and the page once I had chatted to the guys. But it also made me realize that I should maybe not work on these kinds of pages when I have low energy. Not meaning that I'm in a bad mood or something, but on the edge of getting tired. So late afternoon is maybe not the best time to film on these kinds of pages. I should save that for the morning. But well, these are things that you learn about yourself, I guess, when you have these kinds of occasions. That, well, make you realize patterns or preferences in your artwork, or for the way you do artwork, and when you can do something and when it's maybe not a good time to do something rather challenging. Let's give you a little more red here, like so. But so far, as it goes for me prepping work to be able to have a couple of months off and do other creative things, I'm doing rather good. So for the whole week, my week starts at Saturday or Sunday. This week it started on a Saturday. I filmed an art day for a couple of hours, got a picture done, and didn't edit the footage yet because I need to make a voiceover. And Sebastian was at my house once I stopped filming, so I didn't have time to edit that footage yet. But on Monday I started with the Beyond the Lines videos while Sebastian was at work. And we timed it perfectly. I was done with the videos and he left work and was on his way home. So once he was home, we both did some work. So like for 2 hours while dinner was simmering on the stove, we had time to do some more work, and he did uni stuff. And I edited the videos that I had filmed that day. Yesterday, and uploaded them already. They're edited, exported, and uploaded. The photos are edited as well and ready to be thumbnails and parts of blog posts. And yesterday I did the exact same thing. So stopped filming, put dinner on the stove, meanwhile edited both of the videos from yesterday, exported them, uploaded them, and got the photos edited and ready to be parts of blog posts or thumbnails and such. So I really was very fond of the kind of routine that had established itself over the last couple of days. Me knowing, okay, I gotta get that and that amount of videos filmed, edited, uploaded, and scheduled scheduled by October 30th. Now, okay, I'm gonna tell you when it is that I'm filming. It is August, but not early August. It is August though, which means I do have quite a little bit of time to get that task done. So as of yesterday, I have 5 videos done, which means I got 17 to go. And I'm only in the first week of working on that. So I gotta concentrate. There we go. I'm pretty happy with the way my productivity goes, with the way just, the routine goes. This is actually my old filming schedule. So before I had to put shows on a bi-weekly schedule due to MS and not having that much energy and such. So before I did that, the old schedule was filming 3 to 4 videos a week, editing them, getting them all ready. I mean art videos, aside from the vlog and board game videos. So this was my old routine, and I kind of feel at home with it. I know I have to watch my energy quite closely to not overwork and then getting payback from my MS. So as soon as I feel overly tired, almost like fatigued, I definitely will take that as a warning sign and maybe not film for 2 or 3 days. But as of now, I feel very good with it. And my fingers are doing well in regards to me being able to hold brushes and pens and such, not being overly exhausted by the work I'm doing with my hands. So I'm just gonna use that time and get as much done as I possibly can. So that I have lots of videos under my belt already and not struggle with a deadline if I have a bad day. Did that make sense? I'm sometimes distracted by what I'm working on, that I might not have the most well-built sentences, and sometimes skip a thought in my head and not make sense with what I'm saying. But anyways, Happy Artist over here is kind of like the resume of what I've been chatting about last couple of minutes. Happy Artist over here, being quite reminded of the amount of artwork I put out previously. And it's almost like riding a bike, that feeling that you know how something works, or that you have like muscle memory on something. I do have muscle memory with my old filming schedule, if you know what I mean. It's very familiar, that feeling of me getting up in the morning, filming, editing, going to bed. Next day, rinse and repeat. So for all the days or all the weeks of September, Sebastian and I will very likely spend the weekends together, not the a Friday or a Monday, and not have any other days where we see each other, so that I can do the filming and he can concentrate on exams, because it is still exam season and he's got to study. So we both can get a lot of work done. Oh, there's a little black in here. So tartan done, and now it's off to the jacket. What does the time say? 26 minutes. We're good. I talked through the whole thing. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a cool gray. That's cold gray number 6. Quite dark, but it's not black. And I want to use that gray to color the jacket, not have a brown in there. And I think I'm gonna leave some of the applications uncolored, so maybe I could use a silver or maybe a white gel pen for these lines here, that small one, for example, to color it in. I think I'm leaning towards silver for now, because there will be silver buttons, and I think that could be a great idea. Could of course also be black instead of silver. Or maybe those stripy bits here could be black. That would be, or they could be silver. I think I'm gonna make those stripy bits silver, I think. I'm not sure. What is this line supposed to be? I think it could be... I'm not gonna color it as shirt. This is going to be jacket. It went so well until now, and now I'm reminded of that annoying, confusing line work. It's annoying because it confuses me, not the line work itself is annoying. That's not what I wanted to say. But yeah, reminded of that. Let's forget it right away and stay chirpy about coloring this page. Oh, he has a second sleeve. Almost forgot. It would have been so uncool. But well, all right. There we go. So let's go with black for these lines. There's one, and another one. It's also quite weird. Why is there no line work behind the sword? Doesn't make sense. Things don't stop just because they're blocked by something. There we go. And now I can color in what is going to be silver. I'm gonna use gel pens later on that, or maybe a colored pencil. But I think it's gonna be gel pens. I have a feeling. All right. Let's get to his hair, because that is very annoying the way it is right now. Let's see. You could help a little bit. Nope, that's too yellow. Let's see what the reddish browns are doing. Yep, definitely, most definitely. That's almost like the English red from the last page. bit of that ginger orange. Now I can go on to the skin tones and shade his face a bit. Let's see, are you looking? No, you're too yellow. Not very fond of the colors here, so I'm just gonna take the same color that I used for coloring Jamie's skin, and I regret it right away. So I'm not gonna take this, I'm gonna take a brown. Let's go counter. Because that was a little too red for me. And I need a dark brown to draw in the eye, so that he doesn't look all kinds of weird. I mean, he's looking all kinds of weird, but yeah, that's a different kind of story, I guess. All right. Skin tone saved-ish. Black. Okay, now I can go on and try to shade the jacket a bit. Way too straight lines on the jacket here. The way it falls is so not correct with the line work, but well, what to do? It is what it is. I'm not gonna add any other shadows. This is going to be a cartoony flat kind of page. So I'm just adding back or making the lines that the artist gave me a little more visible on the shoes. And then I'm gonna take a few pens to color these, because why not? Yeah, I'm trying to reuse only colors that I already used before. But I need a new color because that bottle, what are you? Need another brown maybe, like a lighter tone. And no, come here, you. The pen didn't want to come to me. Oh no. A little bit of gray color in that, I guess, what is going to be a bottle cap. And before I go to the time-lapsing thing of all of that, I'm gonna color the roses. So I'm thinking there are yellow roses again, because that's what is said in the book. So I'm gonna color them yellow. Also those tiny petals. I quite got to concentrate to not color any leaves, and I did. Ugh, sheesh, Miss King. Why aren't you awake or paying attention? Oh well, I can color those two leaves with a little bit of green. It should be fine. But I just realized there's part of a stone missing, uncolored. So yesterday it seems I really had trouble to separate leaves and petals from stones. No wonder I call it confusing artwork. Because I'm definitely confused. Give me the black. I'm gonna take the other black marker now, the Faber-Castell one. Alright. I need a little bit of a brighter yellow, so I'm gonna take the remaining one from the set. Just to have a little bit of oomph on the flower, like the blossoms. And I'm gonna take a little bit of a darker yellow that I had used on Jamie's hair, just to bring in some darker spots. Not have everything look so flat and 2D. There we go. On to the green. Ooh, this is really windy. I'm gonna take my favorite one. It's a May green. It's a very yellow green, and I'm gonna color in stems and such. Think it gives this page another oomph color, something that stands out, but the details are so tiny that there is no battle between the red and the green. But since this is supposed to be a spring wedding, in the book at least, I think the greens of the roses should be quite juicy and lovely and light. Okay, that's enough. I'm not gonna bother with other details. All right, on to the dark brown for this part here. And then I can do the time lapse. What does the time say? 46 minutes. I'm doing good. So I'm going to time lapse, time lapse. 2 parts now. First one just going over the pattern here with the same dark pen that I used up here. So pretty much the same thing as in last video, just adding a bit of detail and oomph to these wooden pieces here. And since it is boring for me, boring for you to see me just drawing in a couple of lines that are already visible, not shading, no doing nothing, I'm definitely gonna time lapse this, guys. So see you in a minute. Okay, so this is then on to the next time lapse. I'm gonna take the very dark cool gray, that one here, and I will just go around everything on these stones, all the markings, and just go over them with my marker, just like I did with the wooden parts down here. And since this is hideous, on to a next song and some time lapse, guys. All right, that is done. Now I can take care of the smoke lines and such. And since I went so cartoony with the way I shaded the stones and such, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to take gel pens / permanent marker in white for those smoke lines, and not go down the route with what shall we call it, acrylic paint. That was what I was looking for. So let's see. And it doesn't really. Let's pump some more. Could be that I need to use gel pen. Oh no, there we go. Just didn't have enough permanent ink in there. So I'm just adding it. It doesn't sit well on, let me take the gel pen maybe. Might be a little less frustrating. So let's activate that, go for the next one. Yeah, that's definitely less frustrating. So I'm gonna let the marker here dry on the first wave of smoke, and then come back and put gel pen on top. And meanwhile, I've got enough of these wavies here to color in and take care of, so time will not be wasted and I'm able to make some progress. I'm definitely gonna finish this page today. Yippee! And then I can move on to the next page next week, because I only need to add a little bit of silver here and there, and like I said, the white, and then I'm done with this page. I'm gonna leave it quite cartoony, because I think the more I go into realism with anything here on that page, the weirder it will look. So I'm just gonna accept that there's sometimes more of a comic-y or cartoonish style in artwork, even if I think it doesn't fit with the theme. But that is fine. I'm gonna give in. So, to that big swirl. I can feel, or I can hear the blood rushing in my ear. I can hear my own pulse, which means Tecbidera flush incoming. So that's a side effect of one of my medications, which means I'm gonna have a red face, very likely a red face when I record the clip at the start of the video. Because I always do that once I have this part filmed. So first I'm painting and then I'm recording the intro part. But yeah, I might be a little red-faced because I can feel the heat on my skin already. Let's see if it is still there when I record. Next one. We go. Is this still wet? It's still a little sticky, so I'm gonna wait a little longer to put gel pen on top. So let's move on to the other window. And to the next swirl. And the final one. It's not the final countdown, but the final swirl of smoke. Almost gone too far. Let's rein it in. There we go. Et voila. Now on to Jamie's jacket and such. Let's start with his brooch. There's a little silver. Same for the buttons. And the belt buckle and such. And the sword, of course. Gotta make sure that I don't swish my fingers or my hand over the freshly applied white gel pen. Otherwise I can pull that pigment. And that wouldn't look very pretty because I couldn't cover it up for one. And on the other hand, it would, well, look very dragged on the paper, and I don't want that. So now I got the buttons in and the what's it called? The sword. Ha! There was that's a word. Now I can. That's a little too dark. Let's get another gel pen that is just a little bit darker, maybe, than the one I used. So let's go for a shimmery one. See if it works. Kind of a difference, but not really. Let's try another one. Think you're gonna be too dark again. No, actually not. Ha! I'm gonna take you. Thought it would be as dark as this one here, because it looks very much the same from the outside, but I'm in luck. I can use that gel pen just to squiggle in some of the silver. I'm gonna leave some of the white peeking through. Just to keep that pattern maybe a little. That's why I'm leaving a little bit of the white, because I actually like that stripy look there. So why not use it? There we go. Might use the gel pen on some of the applications here on the cross, just to add a little oomph. And a little gold gel pen for this item here just to have a shimmer. Maybe have a shimmer here on the metal as well. There it is. And a few dots of the darker silver. Gel pen here. Now I can move on to the last final little bit of this page, which is, yeah, using gel pen on this last swirl here, covering up the permanent white marker. That really didn't take well to the picture. I think the ink of the white permanent marker is reacting with the ink that I have underneath from my Tombow markers. So good thing I have another option called white gel pen. Let's clean that up. Go. Ta-da. And I think, let me do a final check, but I think that is that. Yeah. I'm gonna leave the picture as it is. I'm gonna move on to the next one and call it a day for this particular one. But before I record the next video, I definitely gotta clean up my patio because there's things moving around that are a little dangerous. So I'm gonna see you next week in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I will see you very soon, and we're moving on to this one here, a very big surface to color. So take good care, guys. Have fun. I'm gonna see you. Thanks for watching. Bye.